remember a lot of times with my own, I had one sister that's older than me and a brother that's oldest. I'm the baby of the family. So my brother that was just a couple years older than me, 4 years older, we had a house in Augusta, Illinois that had a porch on all 3 sides. And you'd have a rain barrel down there to catch the rain water to do things with. And my brother fell off of the porch and into the rain barrel. And when they pulled him out, he says, "I think I broke my arm." So that was the story of...
His what arm?
I'm not saying that cuss word. I said one word on the last story, one cuss word, and it got back to my daughter-in-law that her mother swore. So I'm not saying that. Back to my...
How about a letter?
What would started with a D.
Okay. That damn arm.
Right.
Oh wait, how about that story? You were telling us a story at the table a minute ago.
Yeah.
I think that one had me in it.
Yeah, Marky, you want me to tell that?
Yeah.
Well,
Tell what a mean granny I had. I'm just kidding. I'm teasing.
We were in Charleston, and Marky's mother and sister went in to get a haircut. And I had Mark and David in the back seat of my station wagon.
Hang on one
I
sec.
had told both of those
Hang on just one sec, Grandma. Your little girl wants up, Pop.
Come on, baby. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here.
All right, Grandma, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
I think I had told both those boys to behave themselves or I was going to bump their heads together. And of course, they don't believe Grandma's going to do that, so therefore they don't behave themselves. I warn them again. The third time I turned around in the car, took both heads with hair in both hands and bumped their heads together about twice. Just as hard as I could. I made him a believer out of it.
I remember having a couple of goose eggs after that incident.
Mark swears to this day that he's got a knot on his head from it.
I do. And if I could remember the incident well enough, I might be able to prove it. But I think it knocked the sense out of my head that day.
Right.
There's your explanation, everybody, for why I am the way I am.
Maybe one more.
All right.
This would have been, now we're talking about early 50s.
That's about when Mama was born.
I'm going to bop you in the head.
Now we got to hear it.
This isn't the story you're thinking about.
Oh, I want to hear that one too then.
Anyway, I had a brother that I hadn't seen for 5 years, and he came home
Oh, this is one Becky wants you to tell.
on furlough.
Oh, yeah.
That was after we were married. That was 1952 when I was. And I went to Kentucky to visit with him. I hadn't seen him for 5 years. So we got out having a few drinks, and the night got longer and longer.
Oh, yeah.
And we was coming back in probably about daylight. And we stopped at this little restaurant. This little restaurant was all glass in the front. It was open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we stopped and went up to the little counter, and I ordered a cup of coffee, and my brother ordered a glass of buttermilk.
Buttermilk.
Mm-hmm. The guy that run the restaurant was a huge man, and so we ordered the coffee and the buttermilk. The other guy sitting on the other side of my brother, he had been out all night too, but he was trying to, I guess, sober up, and he was just mad and bad. So he told my brother, said, "I can't believe anybody would drink buttermilk." I said, "What kind of a woodland has buttermilk at 5 o'clock in the morning?"
A sissy, huh?
Yeah, and he wouldn't shut up. He kept on going. And my brother finally said, don't say another word, just shut your mouth. And the guy said something else, and he backhanded, he walked his way. About that time, the big old guy that run the restaurant come around the counter, and he got between them. He said, "You're both out of here. I'm kicking you both out." So the one guy, he went on out, and he disappeared. And my brother got up and kind of smiled, and he went out. Now, he's parked right in front of this whole glassed-in front end, and he's got a new car that's got less than 5,000 miles. He bought it 2 weeks before. And he got in that car, and he started.
Oh gosh.
But as he went out the door, I'm getting ahead of my story, as he went out the door, he told that guy, said, "I'm going out here and getting my car. He said, you're going to serve me my buttermilk in the car now." And the guy said, you know, some few dirty words. He said, "You're crazy, I'm not going to." So he starts the car, and he's sitting there trumping on it, it's going roar, roar, roar. And I got up and started moving over to the other side of the restaurant. And this big old guy in the restaurant says, "That fool, he's not going to run through here, is he?" And I said, "Well, I'm not sure, but I'm not taking no chances." So I went over to the other side, and he looked at it and said, "He's not going to do that, is he?" And I said, "If I were you, I'd take that buttermilk out to him." And he grabbed up the glass and run out outside and give it to my brother. So I finished my coffee, and he finished his milk.
Out in the car.
Yeah. And I went out and got in the car, and we were headed home then, and I said, you really wasn't going to run that car through that restaurant, was you?" And he just kind of smiled. I said, "You're not wasn't going to run this new car through that restaurant, was you?" He said, "I hadn't made up my mind."
He hadn't quite figured out what he wanted to do. If it was an older car, he might have already made that decision, huh?
Yeah, that was quite a night.
He sure did want his buttermilk, I guess, huh? How about it, Gemma?
You want to tell him what they done with the car?
When he went back after his time off, when he went back, he gave that brand new car to a girlfriend he'd only known for about 3 months.
Ooh, Lord.
Just handed her the keys and left.
He was on a 30-day furlough,
Yeah.
and when that furlough was up, he gave her the car.
Huh. Well, I wonder whatever happened to that.
I don't know. That lady, I'm pretty sure she died years ago. I think we heard that.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, well.
She had a sister, and I went with her a few times
dated
years
the sister.
before. Huh?
Yeah, he dated the sister.
Well,
Oh, yeah?
years
But
before.
see, that was before me.
Yeah. that
Really, it was.
Well, I mean, several years before you.
Right.
But I kind of liked her, and
Don't get yourself in trouble now, pup.
and I had a date with her one night, and I didn't make it, and because there's another girl wanted me to come see her, and so I went there instead.
Regular ladies man, huh?
Oh,
And her and I went into this drugstore to get Coke or something, and we're sitting in there, and this girlfriend come through the front door, and she looked a few holes right through me, and I never got a date with her again.
Oh, Lord. You talking about the old corner drugstore like a pharmacy, right?
Right there in Harrisburg, it was the Richardson's Drugstore and Greyhound Bus Stop.
Good deal. And just to clarify, by Coke, of course, you mean coca-cola. Because there are youngsters on the internet now where you talk about going into a drugstore and getting Coke, that might mean something entirely different.
There wasn't nothing but
Coke
Coca-Cola.
was a soda. Was
Coke
Yeah,
was
a
that.
soda or a pop, yeah. Just wanted to clarify, because Lord knows, we're a pretty crazy family, but I don't think we get that far. Alright, see you later, inter-neighbors. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Alright, love you guys. Happy Mama's Day.
Jumped out the door with the parachute, and sure enough, it slowed me down quite a little.
And now we present to you little men.